Okay, this is Deborah with Old Mom's Old Stuff, and we are at Blackwell's Thrift Store on 63rd Street in Kansas City, Missouri. This store is rated one of the top 10 thrift stores in the area. This is my first Shop With Me video. I'm going to do the best I can and hope that you all can enjoy it. Now this pot right here, I really loved the atomic decor, but look at it. It's broken. It's broken in a couple of pieces. So even though I really dig the design and it's made in Japan, I can't get it because it's broken. This thrift store is kind of divided up into sections with type of items and color. And this section is the tea kettle section. This is a rabbit plate, $2. I'm going to try to show you all the prices too. And I know I'm going pretty fast here. You can, so here's some I think this was some depression glass, some amber glass. Look at the dust and the and the cobwebs. You can see that this stuff has been here for a while. Now I really did like this dish. I think it was a powder dish, but it's flash painted or stained, and there were some areas where it was scratched off. Even though it was a fair price, I don't want to resell something in this condition. So it stayed on the shelf. Again, this is the amber colored glass, some depression glass. Sometimes it's a little bit hard to tell the hidden beauty when something is so covered in dust. This was $12. Pretty, but I didn't know how well it would sell. Another large. Now I'm sure when this is washed up, it's beautiful. Some more depression type glass. This was a beautiful piece. I just wasn't sure about the price. It seemed a little bit too high for me to make much of a profit, even though I did think it was beautiful and it was in good shape. This, I think this is called a banana bowl. And there's a piece down here that I wasn't sure of, and I'll pick it up here. Is this a bell without its little ringer? Is it a lamp shade? I thought the price was good, but I just didn't know what it was, so I left it. More amber glass. Those were pretty. Look at the dust. Oh my goodness. This is another piece. I'm sure when it's washed up, it's beautiful. Now as soon as I picked it up, I could tell it wasn't vintage. I felt like it was a fair price, but I wanted a vintage holiday item. Now this was some cobalt blue glass in this brass, in these brass holders. I think it was brass. It might have been aluminum. I'm not sure. Beautiful to me. I didn't know if everyone would think so. So we're in the blue section now. Some bigger pieces, some smaller pieces. I really like this piece, but I thought, I don't know about shipping. How friendly it would be, and made in Spain, which attracted me. That cobalt blue dish or container I didn't know about. Some more blue. Now these red, I've said in other videos, I'm very attracted to the red for my own personal use. There's an Amberina. I thought that'll be really nice. Those are spider webs on it. But this, the white casing in the glass ashtray. There I'm saying I love it. I did get that for myself. I just got the one. Some other red pieces, cream and sugar. So that's not over. I thought this was a nice piece too. Pretty big. The little red bear. Now this red basket, I just don't know enough about things. I felt like it was probably fairly modern. I couldn't really tell. I just wasn't sure. It seemed like a lot of scratches and things on it. So it stayed. There was some glass fruit or plastic. I can't remember now. I thought this piece was cool looking. I thought, and I didn't pick it up. I think I thought it was going to be too heavy, too big to ship. So now again, I was looking. I don't think those are really vintage Halloween items. These are some more tchotchke type things. They didn't excite me too much. I thought this was a nice looking basket, but it was a Teleflora, so it stayed. The music was so loud and the traffic was so loud. This, I think, was made in Spain, this piece, this little basket. But the music and the traffic outside, it's on 63rd Street, and 63rd Street is a very busy street in Kansas City. So here's my attempt at a voiceover. These little, what are these? What is this? They're so lightweight. What is it called? Celluloid? I really like the way they look. This little golfer, I'm pretty sure it was quite modern. I liked this vase, or this piece. I think it was a home made one, so I didn't get it. Some more pieces there. I didn't know if that one piece was some kind of fairy lamp. Now this cat, I might go back and get this cat. I believe it was made in Mexico. I really liked it. It was a nice size. I felt like it was a fair price. Now I feel like it. At the time I thought, oh, I don't know, it has a few scratches on it. I don't know, what do you think? Would you be willing to buy this and have it sitting out in your home? Very interesting, I thought it was. Some cats. That owl, I don't know if I get a better look at that owl when I go to the other side. All kinds of birds, of course, all together. That's one thing about this shop is it's pretty organized, not very crowded. Aisles are wide enough, and the young man that was running the shop. His grandmother actually was Mrs. Blackwell, and she has since passed. Totally modern, made in China, so I didn't get it. But anyway, he said his grandmother used to bring him there. Again, another Mexican piece, I believe. I thought that was a fair price, but it had a big old chip, so it stayed. This was made in China, so it stayed. So these pieces, the little candle holders, kind of interesting to me. The little man holding up the big bag of whatever it is that you want to put in it. I thought that swan was pretty, but I think it's a China piece. Yep. Yes, made in China. Some more birds. Some vases. I thought this was pretty, but I don't think it had a maker. I think it might have been a home piece. Some containers here, all full of dust. Now this, oh, I think this was pretty modern. Drip glaze. We're coming to some clear things and some wooden type things. Some things. This was pretty interesting, and I thought that it might have been, well, it wasn't what I thought it was going to be. 1960. So it had some good age on it, but I wasn't sure of the brand at that price. It had some missing paint on it, as you can see. These dolls, a couple of these dolls I can remember from my childhood, like my aunts having them, or my mother had a pretty doll kind of like that on her dresser when I was growing up from my uncle who sent it from Korea, I believe. Here's some green pieces. We're in the green section. I really liked this piece, and I'm not sure why I didn't get it. I think because I couldn't find a maker. It seemed heavy, it seemed substantial, but I didn't get that. I really didn't buy too much at this shop. It was a learning experience for me. Now this seemed like a really nice kind of mid-century piece, as is, and you'll see it's got a chip there right on the top. So that was kind of the end of my exploration. It was a California piece. And I don't know if you catch, I didn't show it. One of the ways that I can tell if something has age is by the screw on the back. If it's a flat head, it's older. If it's a Phillips head, it's more modern. Some other green pieces. I'm trying to slow down for you all. I guess I was just rearranging on that shelf. Now there were a lot of dogs here, but I don't know. I thought there were a few dogs that were interesting and a little bit unique, but I say but because as I went back and looked at them later, a lot of them seemed like they were from China. pretty modern, so nice to look at. I just don't know about reselling. Holiday pieces, little figurines. Some more, all kinds of figurines. And music boxes. $5, but I think she was a little bit too modern for what I was looking for. Nothing, no maker's mark on that. I think it had a chip or two on it. I thought that was an interesting piece. Look at her face. Now, I can't remember. I don't know if I picked that up. Okay. You know, I always think anything shiny like that might be some Lladró. It didn't seem to be. These little pieces were kind of cute. Little panda bear. And then the John Perry, I did end up getting this piece on the burl wood for $3. Now, it's pretty covered with dust. You'll see it in a haul. It cleaned up really nice. I think it's a pretty interesting piece. We'll see what other people think. I'm just looking at it, studying, trying to decide. I did come back and get it. Some kind of cow ballerina there. Some salt and pepper shakers.